All right, not a lot of drama today as the 49ers beat the Cardinals 38-13. 10-game win streak for the 49ers to end the regular season, and they will be the NFC's number 2 seed, as we expected, as was the most likely outcome entering this Sunday. The 49ers now wait to see who they're going to play. I know that Seattle and LA are currently embroiled in overtime up in the Pacific Northwest, and Green Bay and Detroit play Sunday Night Football tonight. If the Seahawks win this game, then it's going to be either the Seahawks or the Packers. If the Seahawks lose this game, it's going to be either the Lions or Green Bay coming to Levi's Stadium next week. We don't know what time, what day the playoff game will be. That's probably going to be announced around 8:30 p.m. tonight after the Sunday Night Football game ends. But the 49ers, I think the big deal here is the 49ers are winners of 10 straight. They're objectively on fire entering the postseason. Are there questions? Yes, of course. I think postseason competition is going to try to pick on that second 49ers cornerback spot in Diomedor Lenore, who lost the catch point to A.J. Green at the start of this game on that trick play that came from the Arizona Cardinals. But Lenore also had some confidence-building tackles later in this game. And the 49ers, let's just look at this as a whole. Brock Purdy was good again, but the 49ers are playing just really, really solid football. And I think that's most illustrated to the fact that they're finished it. NFL this year, they finished the regular season number 1 in the NFL in turnover margin. It's the first time in Kyle Shanahan's tenure that the 49ers have finished number 1 in turnover margin. They also finished number 1 with the most takeaways in the NFL, 30 takeaways this season. Number 1 in interceptions, 20 interceptions for the 49ers. They had, I think 3 interceptions today. They were +4 today, 3 picks and a fumble created by Jordan Willis on the sack. So, and they're taking care of the football too. Only 17 giveaways for the 49ers this year. So, that stat, turnover differential, is so correlated to winning and losing in the NFL. And the fact that the 49ers finished number 1 in the league this year speaks volumes about how clean of football they're playing on both sides of the ball. And obviously the special teams has also been good. The turning point this year was picking up Christian McCaffrey. Ever since the 49ers had Christian McCaffrey in that starting lineup, they haven't lost. They're 10-0. It appears they stayed relatively healthy today. We'll find out if there's any dings or bruises during this game from Kyle Shanahan in just a minute. But the fact that the 49ers got through this game without anything seemingly major is huge entering the postseason. They should be relatively fresh. They were able to rest the starters there for the fourth quarter, and now they await their opponent in the wild card round. But the 49ers have as good of a chance to win the Super Bowl as I think any team in the tournament, because they're a two-way team that takes care of the football and takes the football away. They showcased that here over the past 10 games, and they showcased it again in a finale that, to be honest, we did not expect to be dramatic, and it wasn't dramatic. They killed Arizona 38-13. So moving forward, put all the chips in. 49ers going for a Super Bowl. This is as well positioned as a team can be for a potential Super Bowl title. Their quarterback is playing well. Their defense is playing well. Their offensive line has melded. I've talked about that. The 49ers are just in a spot right now where they have playmakers everywhere on the offensive side. They're going to create headaches for opposing teams throughout the postseason. Now, I mentioned that, yes, they're not perfect, but nobody is perfect in the NFL. It's a game of attrition. It's a marathon, and the 49ers have run this marathon very well to the point where they've given themselves a chance to peak at the right time, and as the number 2 seed, they're going to have at least 2 home games provided they win their first playoff home game. And who knows, maybe Philadelphia will lose this in the divisional round to give the 49ers home field advantage through the playoffs. So it's as good as it can be for the 49ers, and that's all you can say after a team has won 10 straight games. I understand that Seattle is lining up to kick a potential game-winning field goal attempt right now, so we'll see how that turns out. And then we'll turn our attention to Sunday Night Football tonight. But again, 49ers number 1 in interceptions this season, 20 picks. Remember, that carried over from training camp. Deshaun Gibson had a couple today. George Odom, 21 picks actually since they got that third from George Odom. So they're number 1 in the league there. George Odom capped it off with an interception late. Nick Bosa finished with 18.5 sacks, one short of Alden Smith's record. He racked up 1 today. He needed 2 for the record. Finding a bookend for Jordan Willis has, for Nick Bosa, has been really important, and Jordan Willis and Sansa Mebucom both delivered sacks today, which is huge for the 49ers entering the postseason. And of course, on the offensive side, you want Purdy, you want McCaffrey, you want Elijah Mitchell, who made a triumphant return today. Looked like he had fresh legs. I mean, this team is firing on all cylinders on that side of the ball, I think, when they want to. Early today was a little uglier, but then they turned it on. And in 4 or 5 starts for Purdy, they've scored 35 plus. I mean, that's really hard to do in the NFL, and really, really impressive. All right, the Seattle Seahawks have officially won. They stave off the upset bid from the Rams. We'll see if this is it for Sean McVay, based on some of those reports. He certainly tried to knock Seattle out with that last win, but that means that Seattle and Green Bay are the 2 remaining teams alive in this postseason for the NFC for that final spot. The Green Bay Packers will play an eliminated Detroit Lions team. If the Packers win, they face the 49ers. If the Packers lose, it'll be Seahawks 49ers next week here at Levi Stadium. All right, time for me to head to the locker room. Subscribe to the channel. This has been it for the regular season. Next time we talk, it'll be playoff prep a little bit later tonight. Everybody take care. 49ers 38, Cardinals 13.